We have red tide these days, and the reason why I'm showing it to you is because it's one of the signs in the Bible of the signs of the time. And it doesn't mean that we're at the end of times. However, with everything going on, it kind of starting to look pretty eerie like it is. One thing's for certain, there's changes that were made with the lockdown and different things that pretty much are going to change things forever. And one of my Facebook friends posted yesterday that she was concerned with it, that upset about it and depressed actually. And so I posted back and I said, not all change is bad. That some things in this life we do need to change. Instead of going out to eat all the time and going to movies and playing golf and doing all this stuff and leaving our kids alone at home so that they end up with a lot of problems is not so bad. Everything got me thinking and listening to what the Spirit's trying to show me, and that's the whole point. And that's what it means to walk in the Spirit of God. When you really receive the Spirit and things happen in your life, whether it's a big change like we've been experiencing recently, or even little changes, you need to sit back and listen and see what it is that God has for you, what He's trying to teach you, and then live according to what He's showing you and understand. Because everything in our mind is things that we allow into it, and those things that we allow into it is what defines our life and makes it what it is. I see so many posts. Basically everything on Facebook anymore is about this virus, which is kind of sad because we should be posting more about how we're changing in our life. And which, by the way, there's one little joke going around where somebody says, since this virus and lockdown, I've been running every day and I quit drinking alcohol and eating better and I lost so many pounds and etc. And then they said, hey, I just thought I'd repost this. In other words, it wasn't them. And everybody laughs. The sad thing is everybody laughs because they look at it and they go, that's not me. This should be a time. You have time. What are you going to do with your time if you're sitting around all day? Watch Netflix? This should be the time where we do make changes, where we do get closer with our family, where we do get some exercise and do the right things. It's a little hard to get exercise because they close down the gyms and they close the beaches, although as I'm speaking you see somebody kind of walking on the beach down there going by, a couple people actually. Even though it's not legal right now, I applaud them. We need to be making changes for the better, and the outcome of this needs to be changed for the better. The devil brought it in along with his people that kind of control this world to destroy us and to demean us and make us depressed. But we have the right or the choice internally to let it make us depressed or to use it for our good. And that's the way God works. He allows Satan every time that something happens to come in and to do something that we don't necessarily like and we want to fight it. But it is the will of God. Keep in mind the God of this world is Satan. And he is allowed to do whatever he wants in this world as long as it goes through God. If God says, yeah, it's okay, go ahead and do it, then we do it. Because that's what Satan's going to do, and you don't have a choice. You can be prepared as you want to be, and it's not going to make any difference. I've thought about it for many years before this has happened because I knew things like this would be happening soon. And wondering, okay, well, how do I structure myself to protect myself? Because, do I invest in real estate, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, gold, silver? How do you prepare for it so that you have money when the time comes? And on every part of it I can come up with reasons why it's not going to work, and I can come up with reasons why it's the best. And so it's always just been whatever you want, God. And he has us in a position where we're not filthy rich, we're not the elite, but I'm not worried about how we're going to put food on the table, nor would I even if I didn't have anything, because God is a great provider. If He wants you to go hungry for a while, you'll go hungry for a while, no matter how much money you have in the bank. If He wants to feed you, He'll feed you, no matter how much money you do not have in the bank. So that's the simple point. You have to have your trust in God. And that's where we need to get to. And when we walk with God, we realize that things like this will happen, and they're coming. And things even worse than this are coming at some point, maybe in our lifetime, maybe not. I have a feeling it's going to be in our lifetime and not too far down the road. Are you ready? If you're with Christ, you're looking at it and you stay the same. The lockdown hasn't changed our life that much. We don't get out and do that much anyways, because our focus is on God and our family, and doing the right things and raising them correctly, taking care of our body. If you're out eating out all the time, you're not taking care of your body, because it's not the good quality food that you can buy and prepare yourself, and you don't know how it's prepared. And that brings us into a whole nother subject, maybe for another day, but the quick of it is, those of you that haven't been taking care of your body, you're the ones that are in suspect for this virus and the outfall. One thing God showed me, the virus is not killing people. It doesn't kill. What's killing people is your bad health. The virus exposes your bad health, and then it comes in and kills you if you have bad health. But the virus itself is not the killer. The killer is you not taking care of yourself, not eating correctly, not getting exercise, not taking care of your mental aspect. Because the mind can be a big aspect of it as well. If you aren't mentally right, your body's releasing the wrong kind of chemicals and stuff into your body that keep you acidic instead of alkaline positive. And that's when anything, a virus, bacteria, flu, whatever it is, can come in and really attack your body and create problems for you. Even cancer and all those type of things. But if you keep yourself alkaline positive, those things cannot touch you, and it'll build up your immune system, and as you do that, you don't have problems. Which brings up another point. Those of you that have been going out and getting flu shots all the time and getting vaccinations and all that kind of stuff and putting that trash in your body, you're the ones that are going to have problems, because you've never built up your immune system. You've never allowed yourself to get stronger in your immune system. I have a 16-month-old boy, and he's always eating dirt. The other day we were at the park, he's putting some sand in his mouth, and he's always going up to a plant and putting dirt in and all this stuff in his mouth. And there's many of my friends that have posted that, when we were kids, because we're older in nature, we all ate dirt. And it helped us. It made us stronger physically. And these days, nobody eats dirt because we don't let our kids do it. So I got to catch-22 with it, because I don't want him eating dirt and all this stuff, because you never know when he puts something poisonous in his mouth. But at the same time, it's not all bad. And that's the way it is with God. Everything is meant for the good with God and the bad with Satan. And if you're right with God, these things happen, and the outcome of it is for your good. As always, seek first the kingdom of God and its righteousness, and then everything else will be given to you.